Welcome everyone to the Dog Pound. This is Solo Leveling Chapter 100 review with my little thoughts and breakdowns attached to it. So let's get it. The chapter starts off with Min Byung-gu. I'm gonna call him Min just for short because that's a mouthful to say, no disrespect. But we start off with Min, the super ant, just stabs him right through the chest. When I first saw this towards the end, well not towards, but at the end of the last chapter, I instantly thought, like, that's it. The raid's over. Like, there's no way they can get through this because they was already struggling with Queen Ant. I was about to call her Queen Bee, but Queen Ant. They was already struggling with her. Now they dealing with the super ant, supercell ant. Like, oh my goodness, nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. That's what my initial thoughts were. And then, not only did he eat him, not only did he kill him, but he ate him. And that's why I call him Supercell Ant, because once he ate him, it was like he absorbed. It was like he absorbed his essence along with him. And I don't know for sure if when Baked Wolfman saw him get eaten, if he heard him speak, or if he was just in his head hearing his like seeing his essence, remembering his friend or whatever. I'm gonna put the pictures up there to kind of show what I'm talking about, because I can't see the ant's mouth like twinge and move and whatnot. I don't know if he's truly speaking or if it's like some just voice kind of being portrayed out there. But after seeing all of that, he's like, nah, I can't just sit here. He all of them are stuck, sitting in terror. But he's like, nah, I gotta do something. And I'm like, oh yeah, they've been hyping this man up the whole time. I get to see what he do. Low diff. Now, maybe this is because he was already injured, low on power, but I'm talking about the ant just hit him with the Undertaker, about to throw the choke slam on him. Not Undertaker, excuse me. The Big Show. About to do the Big Show choke slam on him. And I'm just looking like, yo, the ant OD like this? Like, I knew he was powerful, but he OD like this? He just one arm grab it? And then, now they put the little, the box thing directly to the mouth. So now I'm understanding, like, oh, I bet he's speaking. And he's like, where the king at? And the next thing you know, Bake's sitting there like, the king? What you? The ant gets some little sense. He do the quick check. Beelines it straight there. Bake knows instantly. Oh no, it's my man going for Gato. We ain't gonna have to say his name much longer anyway, because with old Cell Ant on the way, he in trouble. So then after that, it cuts to and you see he's still trying to get in contact with the C team and the D team, but as he's still trying to get in contact with them, he receives a call from President Matsumoto. Now this guy Matsumoto, I've been waiting for the series to get a guy like Matsumoto, because so far throughout the whole series, all we've been really truly worried about, even though it's a great series, I love it, all we've been truly worried about is JIN Woo the Great, getting stronger, taking out, dungeons, powering up, and then worrying about seeing when he's gonna truly get to that level where he's just dominating everything. I mean, he's already dominating, but I'm talking about he's just rolling up there, got his guild together, all that. That's all we've been worried about so far. And I've been wondering, like, man, when we gonna get that evil or that sinister humanist team come around and boom, we get introduced to President Matsumoto. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about him later, but Matsumoto was asking Goto, like, how's everything going? Goto was explaining it to him like, he can't really get in contact with some of his team, but there's something went wrong with the signal jammers. So now the ants are returning back to, the Queen's base, and he's just like, So then Matsumoto, he's asking him like, yo, how much, what's the percentage like of them surviving this? Goto, he pauses, he thinks. Next thing you know, in my head as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh yeah, Goto just got sweaty. Because as he's thinking, in his head, they show the little faded out image of Jin Woo there. And I'm like, oh yeah, he just started Woo the Great. He a little sweaty. But yeah, he tells him 0% with the team that they got there. He was very specific because he knew if Woo the Great was there, nah, they got this. They got this. But yeah, so he tells him like 0%. And Matsumoto was like, yes, at least now the at least now the Korean S team is gone. So I was like, ooh, I've been fishy about this that whole time. And not only was I the only one that's a little fishy about it, because we're going to jump to what I thought was one of my favorite moments in the chapter when it was the two guys talking on the boat. And basically they was conversing about how all of this kind of it almost seemed like too much of a publicity stunt to them. And this is before we find out what really was going on from, President Matsumoto. But the guy was just saying like, this just seems a little too good to be true. And that's also what I thought, because I could have sworn like a few chapters before, when the Japanese team originally came over to Korea to meet, and they linked and formed the United Front to take on the Ants or whatever. I was like, yo, if they came with, I believe, 11, I think it was 11, but they came with 11 S rank, and all 11 of those were just from the same guild, but they had like 20 something S ranks over there. Why they couldn't just do it themselves? Like, I was so confused on why they needed the Koreans' help to take it on. Because I'm like, if they take out the S rank gate, if they take out the S rank gate on their own, like, wouldn't that hype them up way more than sitting there saying, oh, me and the other team fused together to take them? Like, you get more clout, you take it out on your own. So I was already fishy about it. But then he brought it up some more, and that also helped, confirm my doubts about the situation. And then boom, we get the thing about Matsumoto, like, yeah, that was the ultimate goal anyway, to get rid of the S rank. But another thing they brought up, I want to get the guy's name right. One of the guys with the hat, he brings up this guy, I haven't seen him yet, Lu Xinggang. I'm calling him Lu. Louis, L-U-I. I'm gonna go with Lu. He brings him up. Says Goto does not compare to him at all. And I'm like, the Koreans refer to Goto as one of the strongest S rank going. Goto don't compare to this dude. This guy must be a monster. So I can't wait to see him later on. But now we cut back to Goto. Goto, he's still sprinting, still trying to get in contact with his team. And then he comes on the corpse of, I think it was the C team, but I might be mistaken. But I know it was the guy that does the ice power with the, I think he used to have a mask on his face. He stumbles upon them, of course, deceased. But not only was he deceased, I'm talking about his ribs is like literally showing, looking like a turkey 3 days after Thanksgiving. Like, I'm like, yo, this man is devoured. And Goto, he's just standing over top of him. He's looking, I don't remember who exactly, but somebody was speaking to him on the mic trying to get his attention. And he's just quiet. I believe it was the president. Yes, this was the president. But yeah, he was just sitting there quiet. He's like, Goto. And, no, I think he was talking to the other girl. But yeah. So they're trying to get his attention, and he just says like, yo, we have casualties. And he also says like, nah, it's their fault for being weak. And when I first read that, I'm like, yo, he's tripping. Like, he got done in by the cell ant. And then I was like, oh wait, Goto don't know about him yet. So he thinking they just got killed by the regular schmegular ants. So I was like, okay, I can understand why he's like, oh, they must have just been weak if they couldn't take out something like that. So, he tells like, hey, we're pulling out. Yes, that's what it is. Cause he was talking to the other girl because he was about to tell her like, yo, they're pulling out. So he mentions like, hey, yo, let's regroup. We're gonna pull out. And then he senses like something ferocious coming at him. And so, he goes to check. He pulls his sword out the block. The thing that trips me out about it is he was the only one to notice. Because as you notice, when he pulls the blade out, that was another thing that caught me off guard. My man Goto got speed. Like I already saw when him and Wu the Great was going at it. I was like, oh yeah, like Goto, yeah, he got some speed on. He got some speed on. But the fact that he was able to take his blade, because when you're looking at it, unless his blade just turns red when he uses it, it looks like it was in the sheath. He unsheaths it, the sheath is gone. He's sitting there, he's blocking an attack. Dude with the gold hair to his left, he's just sitting there like, yo, old girl to the right, gently and elegantly got her head removed. So I was just like, sheesh, they ain't see that coming. But yeah, so Goto tells other dude like Lou to move, get out my way. Cause he knew like other dude ain't standing a chance. So Goto, he starts powering up. Well, I hate using the phrase power up because it's it's an old habit when you're referring to stuff like, Dragon Ball Z and all the old not old fashioned, but all the original shows I grew up with, because I don't like to classify everything as powering up. It's more of just like your killing intent. You just like you're fully ready for battle. You fully prepared. So Goto, he gets fully prepared and he's like, oh yeah, like nah, I'm taking this out. Then the ant speaks and asks him like, yo, you the king? Like, you the king? Man, Goto, he like, yeah, that's me. So, now the ants, he's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for battle. His just aura is just seeping out of him. Once again, my man Goto. He's like, dang, I done felt this before. Instantly gets nervous. Instantly reminded of Wu the Great. So now my man Goto like, nah, this is serious. So I'm like, oh yeah, we get to see what this ant really about. Cause I know Goto, he ain't no chump. This ant clearly ain't no chump. He over there one arm and bakes. So I'm like, yeah, let's get it. Then we cut to what I believe to be Goto getting low diff. Cause as soon as the ant attacks, sword breaks. We cut back. No, as soon as the ant attacks, the sword breaks. The next scene, all we see is what appears to be Goto's head just resting on the ground. So I'm like, yo, everybody about to die. I'm like, everybody dying. Because if he lost to that extent, the ants probably want to go back through and cycle through and just take out everybody else. And so I'm like, yo, I had already reserved to myself. I'm like, yo, everybody's about to report back. Korea's about to only have one S rank now. Japan, I don't know what the heck they about to do. Matsumoto about to be mad, but he ain't too mad because long as Korea got less than them, he cool. So we cut back to the Korean gang up in the cave or whatever. What's this? Oh. The Korean gang up in the cave, and they still defending the ants. My man Choi with the fire, he doing his best. Let me rephrase. He's not doing his best. He's doing the best he could do in that situation, as he referred to when Bake asked him like, yo, can you turn up the heat? Like, can you get it popping in here? And he's like, nah, I can't unless you don't want to breathe anymore, insinuating that if he turns the heat up anymore, his firepower is going to literally suck out all the oxygen within the cave. So, they're all going to die. So, he's doing his best. He's trying to keep it all under control. That's kudos to him that he has that type of control. He should. He has strength. But, he's doing this thing, trying to take on all the ants by himself. Two ants, kind of weave their way through. And Bake's looking like he almost knew like, yo, this is the end. Because there was everybody else was basically on their last leg anyway. They didn't have the power to truly fight off, like, you know, this onslaught of ants. So them two coming at him, and then this is one of the few times like I actually got hyped. Like I'm reading it, because you just see where his foot is. You just see like the shadow just flicker up, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Next thing you know, you get one of them shadow knights coming through with the block. Ba-ding, ba-ding. He's sitting there like, yo, whose is this? And I'm thinking like, you don't know. But then I realized he hasn't seen my man Wu the Great truly like fight yet. The most he's seen Wu the Great do, he's felt his power when they was doing the little examination, well, the pseudo examination, to determine whether or not he was an S rank or not. So he's felt him power up before. He's seen him spar when hand-to-hand combat with my man Goto, but he's never like seen the shadows yet. The only one that has seen it is dang, I can't even remember old girl name, but you know the girl, the junk that's the one that saw him when he got Tusk. The girl that saw him when he got Tusk, she's the only one that has seen the shadows. Her and you know, the association chairman. So yeah, he's like, yo, who's this? And then it cuts to like showing the Shadow Knight sending its vision back to Wu the Great. Wu the Great, his eyes glow blue, and he just hits you with the return. And the chapter ends. I can't wait for the next chapter. I can't wait. So if you enjoyed the review, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Oh, check back in with me probably either later today or tomorrow. I have my predictions about what I think 101 is going to be about. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in to the Dog Pound. I'm out.